review of Sing Street. But before I get into the review, I'd like to say a few things. First, if you enjoy this review, don't be afraid to hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. Second thing I want to say is if you want to choose which movies I watch and review in the future and which direction this channel goes in the future, you can do that by subscribing. Finally, I want to say a major spoiler alert for this movie. I'm not going to try to spoil everything, but there will definitely be some spoilers in there, so consider yourselves warned. With that being said, let's get into it. So Sing Street, about an hour and 46 minutes, directed by John Carney, starring Freddie Walsh-Pilo as Cosmo, Jack Rayner as his older brother Brendan, Mark McKinney as Eamon, his musical partner, and Lucy Boynton as Rafina. And this movie is about, Cosmo starting a band to impress Rafina. And it is set in the 1980s, and it is musical, and all of the music is awesome. All of the music pertains to our characters. When he's writing the songs, it's about him getting over his situation with his parents splitting up, or it is about Rafina. It is so cool, and I very much loved that Eamon always asked Cosmo, what is this song about? Why is she thinking this in the song? I've never seen that before in a movie where characters are coming up with songs and then they're actually talking about what the songs mean. It was beautiful to watch. The characters in this movie are very well thought out, from Cosmo all the way down to the bully. The bully, the guy that is usually a one-note, one-dimensional, straight-up bully. They turned the bully thing on its head towards the end of the movie, and I was very, very pleased with what happened. These kids in the movie have such cool chemistry that I totally believed that when they were playing their music for the first time, they were awful, yet I felt like they were having fun doing and playing that music. It was so cool to watch, and all the characters commit to the band. They all wear makeup and do their hair funny and wear costumes. They totally commit to the band, and I was like, yes, this is exactly what would happen in real life. If you're in a band, you commit to the band, and it was very, very awesome to watch. The most impactful performance to me is Jack Rayner as his older brother, Brendan. For the entire movie, he is helping out Cosmo by giving him records to listen to about futurist songs and giving him pretty much homework. He literally calls it homework in the movie, where he gives him a couple records and this is homework for you to get better, because you don't get better by not thinking about it, by not doing it, by not listening to your work compared with great artists' work. And it was so cool to watch him. And there's one scene where Brendan talks to Cosmo about how he kind of paved the way for Cosmo, in that he was alone with their parents, who didn't love each other and pretty much never loved each other, but he was alone in that, and he paved the way for Cosmo to have this easier life, if you will. And it was so good. Jack Rayner does an amazing job as his older brother. My verdict on this movie is Blu-ray. It's a no-brainer. I cannot tell you how much I enjoy this movie. I've watched it pretty much 3 times already because of the awesome music and because of the characters' interactions with each other. It is so cool. And the main crisis, the big thing that always happens in movies like this, it has nothing to do with the bully. It is so cool. It's all about his relationship, Cosmo's, with Rafina, and the big crisis has to do with that relationship. They could have done the thing where when it rains it pours, and had her leave him and him, get bullied again, and then have the priest guy kind of mess with him again. They didn't do that. It was all about him and her, and they kept it all about him and her. That's my review of Sing Street. I obviously enjoyed this movie, but I want to know what you guys think about this movie. So say whatever you want to say about the movie or my review of the movie in the comment section down below. And don't forget to check out my next review, which is on next Tuesday, of The Godfather Part 2. You can do that next Tuesday, so be on the lookout for that. Don't forget to check out my last review. If you haven't seen it already, it is The Godfather Part 1. And if you want to choose which direction this channel goes in the future and which movies I watch and review in the future, you can do that by subscribing. Thank you for watching this review.